This person feels that you are so lovable. You are easy to love. You make relationships and building towards energies of deeper heart based connection. It's the easiest thing in the world. This is something where this person feels very inclined to pour into you in this situation to compensate for anyone you might have been dealing with in the past that had made you question your worth, had made you question your value, had made you feel for whatever reason that you are difficult to love, that you're difficult to be around, that there are aspects about you which need to be perfected, need to be brought into more of a place of balance before you are worthy and deserving of partnership with another. This is somebody that recognizes you have been on some sort of journey to love yourself. Maybe because it was very necessary due to experiences that you had in the past with other people, healing from heartbreaks, holding yourself accountable, leveling up in certain ways, making better choices. But this person also feels that you might have been kind of like led astray through that journey. You have been so busy picking apart every little aspect of yourself, trying to improve yourself so substantially in order to be worthy of partnership that you've forgotten to accept and value this current version of yourself. They see that. They see perfection in your wholeness. They see perfection in the parts of you that you are still working on or that you need to address. This is somebody that wants to kind of bring you into the very present moment of the here and now and really celebrate you for who you are. This is somebody that wants to really help you to recognize that what you bring to the table, it's more than enough. And people in the past that had failed to appreciate that, had taken for granted, or had thought the grass would be greener elsewhere, that's their loss. That's a reflection of some kind of flaw within them. It is not a reflection of something within you that is unlovable, unworthy of love, or that needs to be, sort of bottled up or put away in some sort of capacity in order for you to become a version of yourself that'll be more pleasing to others. This is somebody, it feels like, that has been very observant of certain wounds within you that you might not even know that you have, efforts that they have made to like hold space for you or even approach you, that there's been a bit of like pushback, or you almost have kind of entered into like a mechanism of self-sabotage which they don't judge you for, but they see in some sort of way you're trying to kind of like oversell yourself. You're trying to like explain certain aspects of you, maybe in order to sort of lead with honesty, to have authenticity be the basis of interpersonal connections. Like that's been your intention with this, which this person really appreciates. But they also see that this is the product of experiences that you've had in the past with people who really did a number on you psychologically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, who made you sort of feel that it's like you needed to improve certain things about yourself, or you needed to give certain disclaimers about yourself, in order for people that you would meet, people that you'd approach, or that would approach you, to have like a full idea of who you are and what they are working with, in order to know, are you somebody they would want to invest time and effort into. There's a sense that this person really appreciates your honesty, but they also want to help you with this energy of go with the flow, to kind of move beyond that. You don't have to explain yourself to this person. You don't have to, kind of work so hard to put the focus on like this version of you as a way to like outrun, who you were before, or the ways in which heartbreak or experiences of the past might have set you upon like a very necessary self-love and healing journey. This is somebody that wants to embrace this version of you and help you, through the loving experiences with them, to come home to a greater level of self-acceptance for yourself as well. This is somebody who really commends efforts that you have made, to heal, to evolve, to pick up the pieces of whatever disappointments you've walked away from in the past. But this is also somebody, that is a very big believer on celebrating the here and now, making the most of every moment, living very much in the present tense. And so this is somebody that wants to, kind of join you on that journey of self-love, not as the kind of thing like, hey, we need to keep improving ourselves, or become like a certain version of ourselves, or reach certain goals in order for receiving love, giving love to be a thing of worth and of value, in order for that to be high vibrational. But this is somebody that really wants to kind of like gently adjust your focus to all that you are in this moment as they see you, which is very wondrous, which is very pure, which is very genuine, which is very lovable. And so to kind of like slow that pace of efforts that you've been making to, kind of reach for something like a higher version of yourself in some sort of way, not detract from any goals that you have, but really encourage you to sort of value everything that you are in this moment. Because as they see this, as they see you, there's a lot of perfection that they see within you. There's a lot of beauty that they see within you as a person, and they feel that you are not really celebrating that. You're not really acknowledging that enough, that it almost feels like good thing that they showed up, because they can help you, to kind of bring the focus to this moment and to experience the love that you are worthy of for exactly who you are right now. We also have guide. So this is somebody that feels very inspired to kind of take the lead in this situation, like gently lead the two of you to a quiet place within this connection, where there can be a silent understanding that is exchanged through deep eye contact with one another, honest conversations, sweet gestures of love and affection, efforts that they make in order to really sort of recognize and honor who you are as a person, and to open themselves up as well to being honored by you. This is somebody that has waited a very long time. They've journeyed a very long time in their life, in order to align with somebody, to align with you, where there is this kind of, urge to sort of fit into your right places with one another. But rather than that being something, that is like a destination further up ahead, there's almost a sense of like, this moment is perfect. The timing is perfect right now. This circumstance, as we are in it at this point in time, has really inspired this individual, for ways in which they can kind of like help you to recognize, the wonder of all that you are, all that you have worked so hard to become. And they also see that there is an essential aspect of love within you that you've been kind of like holding back. You've been waiting to give that to the right person. And so there's something inside of them that is not like, opportunistic, like I'm going to find a way to get past this person's defenses and kind of, get into that inner sanctum of their kind of internal world, kind of the best of them, the best that they have saved, that has been sort of like untouched by the world, that they've managed to preserve or rebuild after everything they've been through. I'm just going to come through in a very acquisitive way and sort of seize that for myself, and then move forth with the satisfaction of conquest. This is somebody, it feels like, that wants to put in that work to kind of like anchor in a particular vibration within themselves that they are hoping will kind of be received and recognized by you, so you can let your defenses down naturally. You can let this person in. You can see that this is someone who is not going anywhere. They are with you through this process of maybe learning to trust, or to kind of shift that focus off of the enthusiasm, the rigorousness with which you have been involved in kind of like a healing journey, a self-love journey. You've been trying to make certain improvements, and to really open up to allow yourself to receive what this person wants to pour into your life and to your experience, which is kind of like guiding you to this recognition of you are everything that they could have wanted and asked for and more. And they see and they celebrate this version of you in the here and now. You are the type of person that they have been searching for. You are the type of person that they have been waiting for. You are the type of person, the specific individual, in fact, that they choose now, and for as long as you will have them moving forward. We also have clarity. Yeah, so this person definitely wants to open up more about their feelings. They want to express that truth to you. They don't want you, to feel that this is something where they are uncertain about the approach, or if they're fearful about love. It feels like any sort of stillness, anything where they've been holding back a little, it's like they've been observing this connection, this situation. They've been reading the subtle cues and tells that your actions, your inactions, energetically speaking, body language, the things that you've mentioned, even without knowing kind of what that is telling this person, the message that it is giving them, as far as ways in which you need certain clarity, certain bits of reassurance in order to switch gears from, maybe kind of calling in a connection or trying to like work towards a connection that is very much the opposite of things that you've experienced in the past that were disappointing, or cycles that you worked very hard to kind of get beyond, like a type of person that you kept attracting in, you kept inviting into your life, or you just kept encountering, that was like many karmic lessons, and ways in which you have very bravely been trying to sort of set a different course forward for yourself. This is somebody that is like, they honor that, they appreciate that journey, but they've been thinking of little ways to like provide you with reassurances that aren't just empty promises like, oh, you can trust me, I'm different, I wouldn't do you like that, I wouldn't hurt you like that. But something where it's like they can actually show up in a different way, than they may anticipate, or even for some understand. If they like knew anybody that you dated in the past, any exes, they may have sort of an idea of kind of what your experience could have been like, the type of person that you were with, things they might have heard about, or even things that you could have mentioned, that it's like that provided them with a lot more information than you even realize, that it's helping them to kind of gauge sort of what they need to bring forth in order to let you know, like, you are safe within this connection. This is a safe person, that doesn't have hidden motives. They don't have hidden agendas. They just kind of like want to meet you where you are and move in that direction of, we are at peace with one another. We feel safe within one another's presence. There are enough reassurances to, kind of get you to sort of soften your energy towards them, to receive the softness that they have to offer as well within, so that you can navigate a very manageable and realistic course forward into like a deeper connection and a deeper partnership with one another. This is also building your world. Yeah, so this is somebody again that wants to like build a future with you. They want to build beyond this point. This is somebody that's very inspired to like take the lead in this situation, but this is almost somebody that's asking themselves like, what sort of reassurances do you need so that I'm not forcing you outside of your comfort zone? Like, they honor and understand that you've been on some sort of like journey up to this point in time, and it's almost like they have a great appreciation for whatever that journey has looked like. A self-love journey, a spiritual journey, an ascension journey, a glow up, anything, where you've been trying to like better yourself. They're very grateful for that journey because it has brought like this version of you into their world and into their reality. So they're not trying to take away from that in any way, or ways in which that has become an essential part of creating some sort of framework or structure for yourself in the aftermath of whatever might have fallen apart in the past, whatever heartbreaks, whatever disappointments, whatever losses, whatever tower moments, whatever you've been through prior to the here and now. And anything that has been kind of like a source of strength for you, a foundation upon which you have leaned or you have laid for yourself in order to navigate your personal path to this moment in time. This person wants to honor that. They're not asking you to abandon that or to, kind of completely disconnect from that and just set your sights totally on sort of this moment in time and a different direction, that the experience with them or opportunities that may present themselves in the here and now may call you in like a different direction. But this is somebody that is kind of like honoring the path that you have walked, recognizing this version of you as perfect in their eyes, excellent, like you've done an excellent job of rebuilding yourself, fine-tuning certain things, polishing certain things up, reaching for more, even if you're still kind of like considering yourself a work in progress, or you got bigger dreams and goals that you're trying to call in, you're trying to manifest, you're trying to align with, you're trying to create for yourself. This person celebrates all of that. If there are, any kind of like blocks between the two of you, this is somebody who wants to work very hard to clear those things away. This is somebody that wants to compromise with you. They are willing to make sacrifices on your behalf because they understand that you have made many sacrifices of a various nature in your life in order to reach this moment in time. And again, this experience of kind of like loving you is easy. The experience in love with you is so effortless. Or, if this is somebody that hasn't said I love you yet, you're not at that point in your connection, the idea of that feels like something that will naturally or inevitably occur. And so working with where you both are at this particular point in time, it feels like that's the direction that they want to move towards, where that is a word that is exchanged. Love is exchanged between the two of you. It's something that is exchanged in eye contact. It's something that is exchanged in how you hold space for one another. It's exchanged in how you show up. It's exchanged in, sweet nothings and romantic efforts, and also in the times where, you're very much in solidarity with one another when you are going through your own personal struggles. This is somebody that wants to kind of be there for you through all seasons of your life, and they want you by their side through all the seasons of their life as well. This is somebody that's very motivated, not just to kind of like take this connection at the pace that is most sort of like comfortable at this point in time, which might be sort of like a slow and steady, or a stance that they take of kind of just observing, taking things in, sort of strategizing and planning how to sort of gently lead the two of you forth in the direction of more exclusivity, more understanding with one another, more trust, being more comfortable with one another. But this is somebody that wants to be very proactive in seizing every opportunity, every moment, in order to, show up for you in different sorts of ways, so that again, they can honor like a path that you are walking, or honor even experiences from your past that, you're not going to share with them, you're not going to talk about, but it's just sort of, it's your history. It's kind of, the journey and the lived experiences that like led you to this moment in time. They respect all of that, but this is somebody who's also very motivated to like draw your attention to the present moment and to help you to understand in ways that experiences or people in the past clearly have failed to do, that you are worthy of love and partnership. You don't need to keep like improving yourself in order to call in that high vibrational partnership. This person is here in the here and now, and they're wanting to build that with you in a realistic way, in a way that has a lot of openness for expansion and evolution. This is somebody that, is very excited for whatever can happen between the two of you. And this is also somebody who's willing to put in that hard work, to expand their kind of like understanding, sort of transcend beyond the ego in the times where, you don't really understand one another, or triggers surface. And also somebody that wants to help to kind of like draw your attention back to the reality of they are someone who wants to keep showing up for you. Consistency is like a big thing as far as their love language is concerned. The days when they are loud with you about their love and their affection and their interest, in the days when that is quiet, when it's something they just hold inside, there's this constancy. I'm still drawn to you. I'm still attracted to you. I'm still here for you. I still have affection for you. I still have love, which is developing inside, or I still love you, if that is something that you've already kind of spoken out loud to one another. So this is somebody that is very confident that if you keep taking steps forward, if you allow this person to take the lead in this situation, that you will reach a place where there is almost, again, that honoring of sort of who you have become, the journey that has led you here to this point in time, but also something where this person wants to help you like close doors to the past, so that your energy is not sort of spent in kind of outrunning the ghosts of the past, or kind of looking at who you were, or where you came from, and having that be so much a part of like your daily or your regular activities, in terms of like holding yourself accountable, rising up into like a higher, different version of yourself. Yeah, if that's something, that really resonates with you, or you really enjoy, or it's a source of strength, this person fully encourages that. But they also, it's like they almost just want to kind of like take you in their arms and hold you close, and whisper in your ear that like you're enough. Like nobody might have ever told you that before, that you're enough, that you are seen, that you are lovable, that you recognize that you have done a great job of like getting to this point in your story, in your narrative. And this person adores that. They adore you. They adore everything that you are. And so this is something where it feels like there's going to be more effort in order to kind of bring you into this present moment, to provide you with reassurances you might not even know that you need, but they are anticipating would be very helpful in this situation, so that you understand this person does desire closeness. They desire partnership. They desire something deep and meaningful with you. So those are your messages. I hope that they resonated with you and that you enjoyed the reading. Like or comment to claim these energies. Subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content that I put out here. Don't forget to hit the bell button to get notifications every time I post a new video. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, I offer those through my Etsy shop, and there's a link for that below. I hope to see you again in another reading. Please take care and be well.